it shocking that people in the modern era, when you have access to the internet, they don't embrace critical thinking anymore. They don't care about principles and precedents. But what they care about is emotions and, quote unquote, we know better. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. Here you have Hololive. I'm sorry, not Hololive. The British royal family graduating one of their top talents. So it seems that Prince Andrew is not going to update content under the umbrella of the British royal house. And he's not even getting a graduation live stream. Like, we're not going to even get Prince Andrew merchandise, which is quite unfortunate because I understand it was very popular with the children. You know, like a Prince Andrew keychain given for my kid. But, like, I guess due to the context, right? Like, due to the nature of the scandalum, they're not going to go with that. And so, what exactly is my beef here? Like, why am I a little bit abhorred of what I'm seeing? Well, this is the statement, right? And they also clarify one of the biggest controversies of 2018 that Sargon of Akkad was involved in, on whether or not a parent gets to own the child. I know it sounds retarded to say it now, but in 2018, especially in the UK, when there was a little bit of a controversy regarding teaching kids in schools the LGBTs before the ABCs, a lot of people in labor, they were saying that, well, a teacher is like a second parent and parents don't own their kids because that's, the framing is like exploitative. It's like slavery, right? So like parents don't own the kids. But in the case of the royal family, it does seem that not only do they own the kids, they also own the family name, right? So like they even stripped them of the family name. It's kind of like Hololive taking away Gura's VTuber avatar, right? They took away Prince Andrew's family name, and now it's Mountbatten. Okay, no, like that's fine. That's not what I have beef with. What I have beef with is the logic that should disgust any type of rational person. Like, I want to point out, it's irrelevant if Prince Andrew actually did those things or not in this context that I'm talking about, right? They're basically saying that the reason they stripped him of all titles is because it's necessary due to the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. And my question is, like, who the fuck wrote that? Like, who's the PR guy that put this on a piece of paper? Like, how mentally retarded are people reading this and accepting it as a precedent? Okay? Now, here's the thing. I believe that Andrew is guilty, and that's my personal belief. It can change if the situation develops, but at the end of the video, I will show you why I do think that he is guilty. The problem is that people can't separate his alleged guilt to the process that's being displayed for us, which normalizes the process. And this is the main issue, right? Like, normalizing this way of thinking. They're basically saying that if you have an individual, okay, Prince Andrew, and there's allegations against him, then if he denies the allegations, he's a witch, and if he accepts the allegations, he's a witch. And this gives me like creepy vibes of British feminism, if you guys remember, right? Like, you're a misogynist, and if you deny the fact that you're a misogynist, or you deny the fact that you're a racist, that just proves that you're a racist, because that's what a racist would do. And if you accept it, then you're a racist. This is a Robin DiAngelo white fragility mindset. And so, like, to me, it's like, there's two issues here. It's like what Prince Andrew did, which is disgusting. And by the way, like, this doesn't absolve Prince Andrew. And because, like, my logic on why he is guilty is not because he's denying the allegations, right? I will show you why I think he's guilty. But, like, one is one issue, and the other, the way that we're now treating the standard of evidence, it's like, oh, well, he denies the allegation, therefore. Like, are we mentally retarded now? So, like, let me get this straight. You're saying that 10 years from now, let's say there's allegations against someone else. Another member of the royal family, maybe even against your father or your mother or yourself, right? This is how society works nowadays. There's allegations. And so if the person denies the allegations, that just proves the allegations? Which brain dead fucking fucking idiot created this system, and why are people willing to believe it? And then it's like, well, no, because if you say this, you know, if you're like me, and you're basically pointing out that the system is mentally retarded, people say, so you're defending Prince Andrew. No, you fucking drooling moron, incapable of understanding complex issues. I am not defending Prince Andrew. What I am saying is that this is not an argument. Like, you have other arguments, like I'm going to show in a bit, which can definitely convince people, yeah, I mean, you know, due to these allegations, sure, right? Like, something is rotten. But the idea that if a person is under allegation and he doesn't accept the allegation, then he is guilty, is something that I believe should disappear from civilized society. Now, why do I think that Prince Andrew is guilty? Well, you know, like the allegations themselves being associated with the Epstein, it's like, okay, it's already suspicious. But there was something that convinced me a couple of years ago, and that's when Megyn Kelly made a YouTube video. Now, the reason Megyn Kelly is someone that I started following is because she used to be anchor on Fox News. And I don't know what happened, like whether she quit or got fired, but she decided to go and make YouTube videos. And as you can see, like, the first YouTube video that she made was actually very popular. She got almost 400,000 views 5 years ago, and at the time that was an impressive, like, it's still an impressive number today, but it was more so back then. And she talks about a fellow journalist that got fired for touching this exact story.
3 years ago, but ABC refused to air it.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story.
ABC News and Robach have since issued statements suggesting Robach's reporting at the time was not ready for air and could not.
Okay, so just so you can understand what happened. Before Epstein allegedly killed himself, like before all of the scandalum, you had that interview. And you had a journalist that actually interviewed random victims and was about to blow open the lid on the whole situation when she got a phone call from the palace. Well, actually not her, her boss, right? I got a phone call from the palace and told her not to air the interview. Now, this is years before Epstein kills himself. Right? And so, to me, that's more interesting, right? Like, in my opinion, Prince Andrew isn't guilty because he is not accepting the allegations. In my opinion, again, as a private citizen and what I personally believe, Prince Andrew is guilty due to the fact that the reporter from a high-profile news anchor got a phone from the palace telling her to shut the fuck up. Like, that is a lot more credible and a lot more suspicious, right? And a lot more damning than the fact that a person accused of something doesn't accept the accusations. Which is, like, mentally retarded. It's like, of course, like, okay, so how do you separate then an innocent person from a guilty person that both receive allegations? Like, okay, so, the guilty person is not going to accept the allegations, but, like, what, the innocent person will, right? Like, do you not see? Like, this is level of brain rot? And again, it's not about Prince Andrew. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, I can separate the issues, right? Like, a person that can engage in critical thinking should be able to, like, take a complex issue, separate one side. It's like, okay, well, I mean, sure, in this case, he is guilty. But, like, what if we apply the same thing to a person that's not guilty? What if we apply it to Mother Teresa? You know, like, is she going to accept the allegations? And so, yeah, no, this is what I wanted to say. Is this mindset that seems to exist and manipulate the public since the Salem witch trials. Like, this mindset needs to be called out, in my opinion. And, yeah, the other question is the royal family. Like, you're telling me they didn't know? And if they did know, why didn't they speak up until now? And, more importantly, okay, so they stripped him of titles, they kicked him out of his house. Are they pushing for prosecution? Right? I mean, worthy of investigation? Like, is this what's it? It's like, okay, this is it? Like, yeah. Okay, so basically he's still going to have a comfortable life without the royal title. Like, he's probably going to still have a better life than most of us, right? But he's not going to have the royal title. And? I'm just saying, like, he's not going to prison? We're not going to investigate whether he done it or not? Because, like, here's the thing, like, if he's innocent, then he should get his royal titles back. Right? Now, if he's guilty, he should be in a prison. I don't like this limbo shit. Like, what is this, like, parasocial limbo shit where, oh yeah, well, I mean, technically, like, he probably was, but, and if he is guilty, like, who else was there? Who else did he see? Who else boogered? Why is it that the investigations are just dropped like that and people are, like, satisfied with it? I'm not satisfied with it, right? But again, like, this is what happened when people are allowed to be manipulated by emotions rather than critically think. Like, if people were more prone to logical consistencies, principles, critical thinking, they would put more pressure on this. Like, this is not satisfying at all. I'm not satisfied, chat. Perpetually unsatisfied, especially with the modern politicians. But anyway, right. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.